right here on Tuesday night, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet 100 times and counting. Thanks, of course, go to the fabulous Spearmint Nitrate for that intro. If you missed it, you'll have to watch the video. Check it out. It's on the YouTubes. I'm Brian Brushwood, live in Austin, Texas, joined by my better half, all the way from Oakland, California. It's Justin Robert Young. What is up, JRY?
Oh, man. Started at the bottom, and now we're like 5 degrees up from the bottom, but we're higher. We're higher now than we were before. Brian, 100 episodes ago, I was in the living room of my apartment. We had just wrapped up our old gig in Petaluma, and we were embarking on an unknown journey that has led us to this milestone. In fact, it feels like it was yesterday. There was somebody else on that episode, right, Brian?
Well, if we were going to have our very first episode, we would want somebody who got our humor, who was like a brother to us, somebody who was along for every tumultuous step of our journey. It'd be somebody like that professional award-winning podcaster, the host of Daily Tech News Show, Tom Merritt. But it's not like he's got time to hang with us.
Nope, unless...
Hey, guys!
Whoa!
You know, Veronica Belmont wanted to record Sword and Laser right now, but I said no. No, Night Attack is celebrating its 100th episode. I will not stand for missing it.
All right, well, let's raise a toast. Let's get this part over with right at the offset. There we go. You got some champagne over there in Oakland? Is that what's going on? What do you have? I assume you're drinking whiskey of some variety. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Thank you for lying. Bonnie, what are you rocking?
I'm rocking Lagunitas
IPA. Oh, made in Petaluma. How about that? And then, and I'll be having a pint of the Guinness.
Shade. Oh, this is gonna be on Total Drama.
I had no
drinking
idea.
Petaluma beer.
Hey, I'm sorry. That means you get that lukewarm Miller Lite, unless you want to drink that Surge there, Bryce.
I got a citrus rush here. That I
Okay,
brought
all right,
from
you're
home.
good.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a brief moment to 100 episodes, beautiful people. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you guys.
Cheers to
You're the
us.
best of everything in life.
Holy cow, man. What an amazing journey. So we've had a lot of highs, a lot of lows. We thought it'd be fun to kind of take an episode and turn to the chat realm and ask them, what do you want to keep? What do you want to flush? I'm pretty sure I know the one thing everyone wants to flush.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Brian, let's go ahead and get a round of our own before we get to the chat realm stuff, because I forgot to send it to Bryce.
Okay.
I was just texting you that.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna say among the best things we've done have been, and I mean this in all sincerity, I'm gonna name 3 things that I really, really adore. I'm gonna say the addition of the cold opens at the top has been absolutely wonderful. That was Justin's idea, and that in the fact that Spearmint Nitrate began animating them made them truly special. I'm gonna say that apropos of nothing, the honesty of the Ghost Dad episode was among the highlights of all of podcasting as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to say the fact that we continue to evolve into this ensemble cast with the addition, the fact that we've completely rejiggered the entire studio to bring in the fabulous Bryce Neshcom Castillo as a live TD and switcher and producer. Those are my favorite, biggest changes that I think have really made the show so much better.
All of that. I mean, obviously the whole it really helped that my dad came back to life right before on a show day. That was really helpful.
Oh my god.
It's one of those things where I feel like there was always an unsure nature to BB Live Show was really we were very much the toddler banging on the drum, the kids running around with their pants off, just trying to be silly. NSFW show to me, which was amazing and great, but always kind of felt like us trying to be something. We were always like following, ideas of like, oh, this is what other people do. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Night Attack, and I think very specifically where the show has gone in the last, couple months has kind of been what I've always loved of the show, that now we're we're just kind of feeling comfortable just going back and forth. We don't need to plan 9 bits and then, you know, be awkward if one of them doesn't work. Like, it just feels like so normal. And the one thing I'll say that I think we need to do better at is get back to the idea that we can have big fun projects that aren't end with us selling something for $1.
Yes.
You know, I think big dumb projects, man. That's the goal this year.
What about you, Tom? Where's your head at?
Yeah, man, I totally agree. I was thinking along the same lines of, I remember being on BB Live Show from our place in Oakland when Eileen was like, you know, Brian, the guy that hosts the Scam School show I work on, he's got this thing. And Brian's like, hey, can you guys both be on? And I was like, wow, this is great. This is fun. He's just using live video streaming, which was way new back then, and just having a blast. And then seeing NSFW show have you take that energy and say, how can we mush it into a show? And then you graduated to Night Attack. And with Night Attack, you started off confident that, okay, we do a really good show, and this is what it looks like, and we have polished it. And
NSFW was very much us chasing anything that was shiny. You know, it's like, oh, we have a set. Well, let's invite bands in. Let's create this whole thread. 1/3 of the show, every show is about bands now because we have a venue to invite them to. We have somebody like Becky Worley who can watch our show and say, I don't understand what this show's about. If you're like most shows, you would have 3 acts, and that you would have different segments, and that even if somebody didn't like what you were doing now, they knew they were only 10 minutes away from something else happening. And so from all of that, I think we learned so many lessons during the NSFW era, for good and for ill. And, you know, of course, we still learned lessons in the Night Attack era. But there was something about that electricity the moment we started Night Attack. Oh, and by the way, Justin, I think now's as good a time as ever for us to announce that we're going to bring back, at least for this episode, maybe for all time, a fabled institution.
We said in the pre-show we were going to bring something back that has never been seen on Night Attack. We're going to try it out for this episode. And do you, Brian?
Yeah.
Would you care to sweeten the pot?
Oh, dude, what kind of stakes do we want to put on it?
You want to just do maybe $10 an episode?
We could do $10 an episode, but I think it should be $10 that actually has to be donated. Like, you can't give $10 to the other party. The other party gets to decide
where you're donating.
You have to donate the $10 from, and you have to publicly post the PayPal donation. You have to definitely donate $10.
No, friends, it's not the Vid Blaster trial logo. We are bringing back the belt bet.
The belt bet, created during NSFW. It was a way for us to try to not go. Wait, hold on. Do you hear that? Wait, do we have that original clip? Justin, you found that pretty quick, right?
If you just Google Brian belt bet dance.
Okay, all right. We'll see if we can find that.
Gosh,
but
this could get really
during the
Twitter.
NSFW days, we both tried really hard not to curse, and then once, I'll be honest,
had to bleep it. Like, somebody had to go and
you were
bleep
making
it.
work. Yeah, exactly.
And so we were busying a twit editor, and also part of the reason that we left was kind of like, okay, well, we get to do an uncensored show. And so that was part of the selling point when we initially started it. And this show is still going to be uncensored. We're still probably going to curse. Now we just kind of want to bring back, maybe after 100 episodes, want to bring back a little bit of that tension.
All right,
there
look,
was
we gotta
still
shut this thing
cursing.
down.
all right,
now.
here we go. Check it out. This is the moment that the belt was born right here when we said, here, take a look.
Look, we gotta shut this thing down, man. We gotta get out of here.
We do gotta shut it down. I gotta get Chef. I gotta get Chef ready for tomorrow.
Oh shit! This is before he learned how to dance from a professional.
Yeah, no, that's it. This is pre-dance showdown when I would knock the webcam onto the ground as I was frolicking about.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So here's the thing. There's a bit of electricity of trying not to curse, and Bonnie pointed out that and many other people have as well, that we have a tendency, it was said about Justin, but I'll claim it as well, to use the F word as a comma. And we want to get past that and make our show a little more approachable.
But more specifically, Justin's really funny in this way that he writes
in his substitution curses.
Yes, because it just is like brilliance flying off of his brain. And at one point I pondered, I was like, is he sitting down and writing these out in advance and like, oh yeah, on the subway train, I think this would work next time I need to curse,
Yes.
It's my favorite.
Here's another belt song dance.
It looks like he's grabbing boobies.
So
flailing
good.
around like he's falling to his death.
I know. I look like Hans Gruber falling off the neck.
Too soon.
It's like a psychedelic dream. Yeah, man, you're right. It
All
is
right,
too
so
soon.
so here's the deal. If you're not familiar with the belt bet, here's how it works. The person who curses during the show gets the belt. All right? When the next person curses, they get the belt. The person who gets to the lullaby with the belt loses. You do not want to have the belt at the end of the episode.
If you have the belt at the end, as of now, it's a $10 donation to the charity of the other person's choice.
Do you want to get one
does it
round?
have to be a charity?
No. To whatever. You have to
whatever,
give
okay.
money, and you have to verify that the money was given.
Yeah. I'm just going to let you know that if I
Damn
win,
blood.
Brian has to donate tonight. He will be buying Darknet heroin.
Oh,
$10 of Darknet heroin.
All right, well, that was a fun bit, and we canceled it. This just in. The bit's over.
All right, wait. Do you want to get one round of curses out? A final a final before we do the belt bet
Sure. Can we
tonight?
get a little tension builder here? The chair recognizes Tom Merritt. Is there something you'd like to say?
God damn fucking Christ on a crutch.
All right,
Brushwood?
crutch is out, so you can't say crutch anymore.
Bonnie Brushwood?
Oh gosh, no, thank you. I'll pass.
Gosh.
Hey, no. So the belt bet, right? You can actually look it up on DC TVpedia. There are a bunch of words that are banned, including the Wankrel. What is it? Wankel cockerel engine.
The
Wankel
Wankel
rotary engine.
Winkle rotary engine. Yeah.
Winkle
Wankel
rotary engine.
rotary engine.
The N word.
That's a Monty Python reference.
Most of them are obvious, however, goddamn and ass are okay and commonly said by Justin.
Yeah, no, goddamn an ass. I mean, listen, if
God damn
if
that ass.
Donald Trump can scream hell on stage at Liberty University 90 times, then I'm allowed to say goddamn an ass.
Did he
I
really
don't
say
know
it
if he's a
90 times?
benchmark or not, though.
Wait, did he really do it 90 times?
I don't know if he did it 90 times.
Okay,
He did
all
it
right.
enough that all the Liberty University students on Yik Yak were making fun of Donald Trump, which is just an amazing sentence.
Oh
that
my God, what I would give to be on Yik Yak 90 yards outside of that venue. That would be amazing.
All right, I will say tits.
Bryce?
I'm gonna say cock.
The bums mumble.
Bumps mumble. All right. So here we go. We're gonna do it tonight. We'll see what the feedback is after the episode, whether or not y'all liked it or you didn't. But we're definitely bringing it back here for tonight. Brian, do you want to go through some of these?
Yeah, I don't know if you forwarded them over to me, so you may have to drive on this segment.
No, I can drive here.
Okay. We asked this afternoon for you guys to send in your favorite and least favorite parts of the Night Attack experiment. Looks like we've been renewed for another season. By the way, for the record, we'll get to the Patreon plug just a bit. But again, man, the Patreon contributions, the folks who stepped over that line and said, I will pledge 2 pennies an episode. Those are the people that changed our lives, man. It's unreal.
No, you want to know what? And actually, before we get into this, let's go ahead and do that. Big shout out. No BS. I forget who I was talking to today, but Patreon changed everything. The day that we decided to do Night Attack podcast was the day that the idea that I could do podcasting for a living became a reality.
Which
Without
2 years later is a fact. It's not just science fiction, it's science fact.
It's science fact. It's amazing, and we were lucky enough. I mean, number one, we are lucky enough to have such amazing people who love and support this show. But a few of them decided to make a little 100th anniversary tribute. So, Bryce, if you have that.
Of course, just to get the plug all the way out there, it's patreon.com, patreon.com/Night Attack. Realize that if you enjoy the show, if you met us in person and you would give us a $5 beer a piece, then we would love to have it. Why don't you go ahead and pledge $10 a year just by pledging like a quarter an episode, 25 cents an episode? Just be on that list. You'll get alerts when important things happen. You'll get early access to the pre-show and the post-show. You'll get emails. And most importantly, you'll get to walk around smug as a cock of the walk, knowing that you're the person who actually pays money for this stuff.
By the way, normally we say things like, and we've talked today, and we made a double promise to record more Night Attack tracks to give out to our patrons.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We recorded them today. We didn't talk about recording them. We recorded them today. And man, there was some really good stuff that the patrons are going to get first and before anyone else.
Yeah, I might have talked about shaking my erection at a random person on my wedding night.
Brian Brushwood and Justin Robert Young have a comedy podcast in which they seem to tell jokes that make people laugh.
Surprise! We have a show called Night Rape, and we curse on it. It's my story, goddammit. I can do what I want. Oh, fuck! 4 dogs! Bench is down!
In your face, losers.
Scanty pants, scanty pants, scanty pants.
You fucking teabagged me from the sky, motherfucker.
When I was just a little boy, spammed me right in the little boy butthole.
There's no food here, my coffee's cold, and my cock ain't sucked. Where is Garrett?
No, we have the dumbest listeners in the entire internet.
Man, look at me, I come diarrhea.
We couldn't have won World War II without him. Or could we have?
I don't want to be accused of starting a race war here.
Your TV's Brian Brushwood and you can't have children. It's fine.
Richard Simmons is the Pol Pot of gay people.
Yeah, no, fuck white people. White people are shitbags who all need to die.
Fuck you! Am I right? Oh fuck! The Vengabus is coming.
Call 911.
This is Doubtfire is in Christ. I'm gonna toss a few V's at you real quick, okay? Ooh, I wonder if the anus is real. Is there any space fans in the house?
No more numbers. Numbers are banned.
Next, they'll want the vote. What the natural fuck, bitch?
5 stars. Would sterilize again.
Here, we don't need to be watching videos.
All right, you know what? You know what we also have to do is fucking criticize our co-host right in the middle of the fucking show. I'm sorry. What did you have? Go ahead, take it away. Go.
Oh,
Damn.
that's cold.
No, go on.
God damn it.
I thought we were just having a good conversation.
All right.
Okay, that's fucked up. Don't do that to me.
I would never do that to you, Martin.
I hope not.
Sorry, we'd love
Asshole clan, hello! Police brutality made easy and simple thanks to scanstuff.com.
Don't abuse all those Asians.
I like the demographics it hits. So it hits girls.
Explain this one to your 8-year-old. I swear to Christ, I will fucking punch a man. Fucking fabulous hair.
Red Lobster is the worst place to go in the world.
Some of us don't believe that 9/11 happened.
How could this have been done?
I did no such thing. I guarantee it was fucking Brant.
No, this is my natural pubic hair.
Fucking work harder. I fucking don't pay you. What if Hitler was a dog?
On Beat Swan exclusive worldwide. One day I'd like to become a helicopter. Fly all over the country. We're not buying a puppy.
fucking Judas, Tom Merritt.
A nickel, a tickle,
A dime up your grime.
I didn't even think. I thought it was in the fall, to be real with you, but like,
Damn it. We should have eaten that dead body.
It's Brian Brushwood.
Oh man, that's totally drugs.
Done very well.
7-Eleven was a part-time job.
okay, yeah.
Murder your grandmother.
Oh, shit.
Damn, he's so boiled. Boiled. Yeah.
Holy cow, man.
Oh my God.
enjoyed this program.
I was not prepared for that magic gift. Holy cow, thank you, chat realm.
That was amazing. I had a smile on my face like I was watching the Avengers or Star Wars.
Avengers, Star Wars, Night Attack. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
If there's one thing that video shows is that we have a lot of guests who don't know what the hell to think of this show.
Well, it's funny because like I want to share it to the world, and in fact, maybe that's what I should do right now. I should tweet out that video and say, "This is pretty much Night Attack. Does this make you want to watch or not
So
watch?"
I'm talking to Leon about getting that as a channel. So maybe hold off and we'll get a good URL for that.
Okay, all right. If that
A/B
happens, I'll do
testing.
that live on the show.
Yes, we have to A/B test it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Let's get to some of the do's and don'ts. What Chat Realm has said they liked about Night Attack and stuff that they would not like to see anymore. Bryce, we're here at line 12. More crowdsourced books like the Diamond Club. This would be a good time as ever. We did do The Journey, of course.
Yeah, by the way, I still have not gotten a sales report from Pronoun, the system that we released it through. So Bonnie and I pledged to basically we want to over-deliver because part of the pitch for that was that we were going to give money to charity, to World Builders, to Patrick Rothfuss's thing.
Absolutely.
So I think
forgotten about that, nor did we like get the money and then spend it on a
no,
hot
no,
number.
no, no. And again, like they're supposed to send out quarterly reports and let you know. So it may be that money is still waiting for us. But regardless,
I'm sure it's been more than a quarter.
oh no, it has been. But I have not gotten. Normally they send.
Oh no! I'm not saying you. I'm just saying maybe it's something on Pronoun. I got a Pronoun for them.
Money's not here, Justin. It's in that book. That book.
But thank you, Jimmy.
All right. And then of course, the line 12 when mommy and daddy argue. Of course, Night Attack podcast where many highs, one notable low, which I feel like was us crashing on the methamphetamine high of being partners for so many years. We had one. We finally had to pay the piper for.
Well, no, I think we should tell the story because there are people who have joined us on this wild ride and who have never seen that side. You know, it was always electricity, but oftentimes it was electricity without any kind of protection or insulation or whatever. We would try to capture lightning in a bottle, and then we figured out, oh shit, God damn it.
Oh!
All right.
That counts? Wow. Brave new world.
That doesn't even count on cord killers.
Okay, so
Good. Oh, this belt. Oh, how do you like this belt? A belt?
we realized that one of the costs of playing with lightning, trying to shove it in a bottle, is that you need to take protection, you need to have insulation or whatever. And what we realized from that episode is that both of us had the tendency, whenever something would go a little bit sideways or the other person would cross a line or whatever, both of us would just bury it. And it would build up to a level to where, like what happened, in an embarrassing, very public way, we would blow up, or one of us, when both of us would get butt hurt over something, and there was no way to resolve it because we're trapped, checkmated by the fact that we're live on the air. And so it was Justin who had the idea of like, well, here's what you do. If you have a minor sports injury, you don't hide it because then you're going to get a full-blown busted-ass knee live on the field. So instead, what we need to do is from now on, even when there's a little twinge moment, even when it feels like not a big deal, we need to report. Boy, that was the loudest ass. That was the loudest ass. All right, can I report a little twinge? When you were... No, I'm sorry. No, I'm trying to make it meta. Bonnie did the loudest Diet Coke opening of all time.
Yes, I apologize for that.
Would you say that's, and I think it's worked out pretty well so far, right, Justin?
No, it's been great. It was something that had to happen. We had to burn down half the forest for us to realize how to not start a forest fire anymore. Tom, what is the biggest blow up that you've had with a co-host on the air?
Oh my God.
On the actual air would have had to been with Buzz Out Loud.
It's got to be a you and Molly one.
It was there were definitely me and Molly points. I don't think any of them were epic enough to be like to point to. They would always be just us masking it with an argument about the point, right? So we'd be talking about BlackBerry, bowls.
Well, maybe the BlackBerry shouldn't just run off its mouth in the middle of the iPhone trying to talk about its keynote. I don't know. Maybe the BlackBerry
if you read
could wait.
the story about the BlackBerry before the show, then you would have seen that,
Maybe its encryption should stop walking around late when it knows that it should be here 10 minutes before the show starts.
Well, if Rim didn't come in walking around like cock of the walk, calling it Rim's Buzz Out Loud. What?
I said they're not called RIM anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, on to a story about the Internet of Things.
What's that? I don't know. I don't know that I had a big blow up like that. But those are the only like on-air tension moments that I can remember. The biggest blow up in a workplace situation that I can recall was Megan Maroney coming into my office at Tech TV because the CMS was down and we couldn't publish anything. And I said, yeah, I know. And we started yelling at each other because I hadn't gone and talked to the person. And so it ended up with me saying, well, maybe I'll walk over there and talk to her right now. And Megan said, maybe you should. And then she walked out, and then I walked over and talked to the person.
And like now, pretty much your biggest arguments are with Sawyer, right? Like now that you work by yourself.
It's like, there's this real bitch upstairs, and she's barking and making noise.
Django's more the more argumentative one. Sawyer's a peacemaker. Like he wants to make everybody happy.
Good. All right. Well, here we go. We have, of course, man, and this is certainly one that we got to bring back. A bunch of people said problem solvers.
Why have we been so lousy about getting the fabulous? Do you know what? I'll tell you what it is it's an institutional problem. And I would say in the last 6 weeks, 3 times we've had this conversation. What do you want to do tonight? Brian says, how about problem solvers? Can we call Sarah? Justin says, that'd be great. Let's do it next week so we don't have to call her, literal hours before we go live. So,
and also, Sarah is very calendar and schedule oriented. She is a busy lady, and very often when we call, we've never called day of and been like, hey, can you do problem solvers, and had her say yes. It's always like, okay, let's schedule it 3 weeks out. So yeah, we'll do it. I mean, the one that is
repeat that conversation 3 times is basically like every other week. It's that we should have.
But
done.
Do you email her then?
No,
we
talked about it.
So you should email her right now.
We'll do it. Look, get off our nuts. We're gonna do it in just a bit. Jeez.
No, hold on. How about this, Brian?
Yeah.
Pink promise. Let's say whenever we have that conversation again, after you say, what about Sarah? Let's do problem solvers. And I say, let's do it next week. We both take a breath and say at the same time, let's text Bryce.
Right? Yes, please. That would be great. Yes. 100% into that.
Dream come true.
All right. So it's like, that's the problem. We had 2 beats and no finisher. Now we have 1 beat, 2 beat. Let's text Bryce.
Done and done.
Problem solver solved.
Now here's the other one, something that they were upset about for Night Attack. No conclusion to the startup spelling bee.
Man, I feel like we're really onto something with the startup spelling bee, and I think we were paralyzed by the fact that we didn't want to undersell it, right? Right now we have what, 3 semifinalists? Is that right?
Here's the problem. We ballooned it too much. We made it a full tournament. We should have just had a startup spelling bee champion and then had them come on and defend their crown. So it just could have been a one thing, you know, a 1 episode thing. But right now, yeah, we have
7 people. No, sorry, 6 because Brett has done it.
Brett's done it twice.
Andrew Main and Will Harris have 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get 2 more in there. And I'll tell you what, here's the real thing is we need to and again, I don't want to our usual way to screw things up is to overplay our hand and to promise something that we don't quite follow or don't have the ability to go
We're
through
going
with.
to rent out Cowboy Stadium, and we are going to have the biggest startup. Sorry, go ahead.
But tell me this, there's got to be some kind of Silicon Valley big convention happening somewhere. And there's got to be somebody who knows somebody who thinks it would be great for us to host live the Startup Spelling Bee with a bunch of tech luminaries, both in the media and like CEOs of major companies and stuff. And in a world where Brian and Justin are now hosts of Discovery VR's new series, whatever it is it's going to be called, like we've got the Silicon Valley cred to be those guys. How amazing would the Startup Spelling Bee be?
I mean, number one, I do think this is kind of overpromising. But
You're saying you're going to go to TechCrunch Disrupt
Yes!
and have something on the main stage?
Yes!
I mean, there is. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just going to say, I think there's, yes, you could accuse yourself of being like shooting too high by saying that, but it's entirely achievable. Maybe proof of concept it at South by Southwest. To sell the idea to like, hey, TechCrunch, wouldn't you like to have
this is great. Okay, so think about it. We're talking about
at the live night attack.
Live night attack at South by Southwest. We have the Startup Spelling Bee proto version. Maybe we just have 4 players, but they should all be CEOs. I think we should not
maybe it would be better with audience.
What do you mean?
Like,
no, I think audience is the way to go, because I think where we overshot is just having guests, because if we just did it for random chat realmers calling in, right?
No, that's true. That's true.
It'd be done already. So it's like,
you can get some luminaries, though. It'd be fun to mix it up. Chat realm and maybe a couple of presidents or something.
No, if we can book them, that'll be great, right?
Yeah.
But let's not commit to saying 100% of it. Also,
I think only unicorns. Only unicorns.
I agree.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I'll tell you what, that would be a fun thing to do at Patreon HQ if they would give us the space.
Oh my gosh, we're kings of overpromising.
No, that's your step 2. That's definitely your step 2, right?
Major key.
another one.
That is
okay. All right. Keep it going. What else they got for us?
Well, we have here. Go to a shot of Brian there. Just Brian. There's line number 18. Can you go ahead and read that off there, Bryce?
Oh, yeah. Line 18 that says Captain Morgan, our old buddy, Captain Morgan.
Well, I mean, Captain Morgan, he's really he's a Vine superstar nowadays.
Yeah, right.
He was big in albums. I don't know that he belongs live on Night Attack show. It just seems like
and he's
it's a
really
bit too
busy
much.
in the food industry right now.
He's super coarse, and I just don't.
Yeah. He's always standing on barrels.
Yeah.
I don't trust someone who does that.
Hey, Brian.
Captain Morgan, is that you?
Oh, hi, it's me, your captain.
Wait, Captain Morgan, what are you doing on our show? This is our professional working space.
I'll tell you what. I was sailing the Indian Ocean.
Oh, the Indian Ocean. That's not.
I heard a whisper on the wind. It said,
I mean, that just sounds like wind.
100 episodes of Night Attack.
Oh, so you heard via the internet that we're doing 100 episodes of Night Attack.
Yeah, it was mostly on Snapchat.
Okay, but the kids are talking about
a lot of people, they were shoving things in places that they didn't belong, and I said, wait a minute, does that mean that there's Night Attack on? And they said, okay, sure.
Now, wait a minute. I had gotten the impression previously that you were not a fan of Night Attack. Are you telling me that you're into our shenanigans?
It wouldn't be the first thing that I reverse course on.
So you're saying which is your favorite episode?
I like a lot of things, Brian. I reverse course on Indian food.
on what else?
Eyes, guns.
Wait, well, hold on. You reverse course on guns? You were anti-gun at some point?
I was. But you might have remembered me from my old name,
Which
Which was that?
Michael Dukakis.
Oh my God! Now that I see it, you used to run for president 26 years ago.
I was Michael Dukakis, and I ran for president. And then I was like, wait a minute, you ever heard of this Jimmy Buffett?
wait, Jimmy Buffett?
I listened to a lot of Jimmy Buffett, and then I became a captain.
Now, okay,
Wow, it used to be a lot more Greek.
Well, all right. Up yours, too.
All right. Well, I mean, you don't need to trash the internet's Tom Merritt. Look, here's the important.
Okay, sure. Well, Tom Merritt. I once knew a man named Merritt.
Was he an upstanding citizen?
No.
No. Wait, what was wrong?
Well, he was always running around saying, "Why, I'm a Merritt man."
Merritt man.
Yeah, it was his gang. Him and the Merritt militia used to run around and set fire to things.
I don't think that ever happened.
So tell me this, Captain. How is it that you're able to enjoy the Night Attack program all the way out at sea on the other half of the world?
Oh, it's very simple, Brian. First things first, you have to go and train a gull.
Train a gull to do what?
Well, the gull goes around and he picks up many bits of internet from various seashores.
Wait, so they're like shells? They're shiny objects?
Well, gee, Brian, you don't know how the internet works, you dick.
I guess not.
The internet is not a series of tubes. It's shells on the sea.
Well, okay, so what do you say? I would imagine you get pretty frustrated the times that your internet drops out, because I hear that Time Warner internet sometimes treats you poorly. What do you say when everything goes awry and you can't get your internet?
Well, number one, you go and you say to Time Warner, you say, Mr. Warner, I don't appreciate the way you've been treating me.
Yeah, well, I mean, really? That's the harshest you got?
Oh, no, then you rape them.
Okay. Well, I mean, physical assault aside,
no, 0 to 60 pretty quick.
Well, no, not. Oh, geez, I didn't mean it like that. The captain's no weirdo, He's that's a different term on the seas.
Oh, what does it mean on the seas?
When you have sex with somebody when they don't want it.
Okay, but what would...
It's the captain. Ahoy! Sailing off. Ahoy!
All right, so long, Captain. Screw you for not cursing. God damn it. I was so excited.
He gets his internet from cloud services.
From the cloud, by way of seagulls. Old Captain Morgan. Justin, are you back, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Where'd Justin go?
You know what? I think we got so excited
I don't
talking
think
to the
he likes
Captain.
Captain Morgan very much.
Well, you know what? It's just that he fills the room, that Captain, right? He
really he's
big
just got
personality.
a real booming voice. That guy. Sometimes it's inconsistent with other times that he talks.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Justin calls out of nowhere once. He's like, Brian, I've been listening to Captain Morgan tracks, and I have to apologize. I was like, for what? I was like, I'm thinking did he say he was over the line? Is he, did he finally figure out, the true heart of Captain Morgan? He's like, I have to apologize, Brian, as if it's actually Captain Morgan talking to me on the phone. I have to apologize. The voice is inconsistent, Brian. I listened to the first time I did it and the last time, and they're two totally different voices.
I know, and you called it out too. You're like, the reason why you're sensitive about it is because I got so angry about Roy Detree screwing up the Game of Thrones audiobook. That guy has one stroke, and all of a sudden,
tradition of voiceover there. The Simpsons, you go back listen to the early Simpsons, they don't sound anything the same.
That's true. That's true.
It's a fair point. All right, and then here's another one that was a great memory. Line 26 here. Mike TV covers the internet. This was a Night Attack original, and we do have a clip. But of course, Mike TV, the now newly engaged Mike TV, everybody shout him out.
By the way, Brant Hughes, a.k.a. Gatowag, was there live at the show covering it, and he just edited together. I don't know if he's already posted or not, but he's edited together a video of that concert, and he said it was freaking electric. It was amazing. Wow. Probably not his word.
Well, here we go. This is Mike TV covers the internet.
You guys on aspirin?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I didn't have soy sauce.
Wait, what do you qualify oxygen as a chemical? Fuck you, man. I'm not in chemicals. Just some oxygen.
All right, Scott Weiland, you as a mini boss have been slain. Bryce, what do we have next?
We have a little video called "What Assholes."
Oh, jeez. Pause that.
I feel like we might have.
You just said Scott Weiland, you as a mini boss, has been slain. Was that after Scott Weiland had died?
No, that was when
May
Scott
of last
Weiland was just a guy who was stumbling around and acting high at concerts. And everybody was like, oh, look at that Scott Weiland always being high.
Too soon. All right, go ahead.
Immediately moved to the end of it.
All right, let's see if we can scoot up to the point where Mike.
Yeah, so we're watching the sketch. If you haven't seen it, just look up "What Assholes Justin Young," and it's Justin throwing hot water on a random guy on the street, boiling his face, and then shouting "boiled."
That bot is smarter than me, for the record.
Now this, by the way, I need to talk to my buddy Sean, who's the other guy in the video.
Dude, this guy's about to fucking cover your shit.
No, I know. I'm trying to cover for him. We're learning the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I got to talk to Sean because I think he would very much.
Oh, he
enjoy
doesn't
it.
know that it's a resurgent.
He doesn't know that it's back in a big way.
Oh, that's great.
I think I gotta buy him a hashtag boiled shirt.
Oh,
I feel like
in a big way.
he at least is owed a hashtag boiled shirt. Mike, this is a bit of a challenge.
No, I got it.
Because there are a lot of garage band loops circa 2003.
Here we go. Blah 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 blah. Please don't talk to me. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Hashtag boiled.
Yeah! Still batting 1,000.
Still fresh. Oh,
man.
What else?
I'll tell you, here's a short one. This was one of my favorite evenings. Bryce, let's go down to line 33. That is your friend and mine. C. Robert Cargill rubbing them nips.
Oh, jeez.
This is just a 6-second vine.
Oh, jeez. By the way, for the record, I gave him that Hulkamania 2001 Never Forget shirt. If you haven't seen it, it shows Hulk Hogan atomic kicking the Twin Towers. And that came out like 20 minutes after actual 9/11. And it's been one of my right next to the Hitler cups I have. That I got from Turkey. It's one of the most horrific artifacts that I own. And in that moment, I thought I was thrilled. I was like, finally, it's gone. And I went to bed early while you guys went up gossiping about the amazing news that he couldn't share publicly at the time, which of course is now public.
Yeah. So we find out after that show, after he rubs his nips in public for all of you, that he's like, on the QT, I'm actually the writer for Doctor Strange. And so we have.
And he goes on to regale with amazing tales of life on the set, of being the go-to guy of Doctor Strange, where it's like
he hadn't gone out there yet. They hadn't shot it yet, but he had worked on it with Scott Derrickson, the director, who of course they did the previous film with. And so eventually, Brian, I forget why, but you wound up tapping out, I think, because you had something early to do the next night.
Yeah, I did. I tapped out early. I was like, all right, good night. And then like a week later, I'm sitting there going, oh, what am I going to wear? I got 12 shirts to choose from. What's this yellow? God damn it, it's back. He left it. It's still in my life.
Oh, man. He ditches the shirt, but what he doesn't ditch is after Brian goes to sleep, we keep drinking. It's me, Bryce, and Cargill, and I'm just drunk. Bryce can back me up on this. I'm like, dude, you got to give me this. I gotta hold this over Brian's head forever. Just tell me a scene from the movie. Just tell me a really rad scene that's definitely going to make the movie. And then he did. Right, Bryce?
He did, and it sounded amazing.
I've heard it since then, but it's secondhand, so as far as I know, you guys made up a scene. I'll believe it when I see the movie, but it does sound like a freaking rad-ass scene, that's for sure.
All right, and then, of course, we already did the mommy and daddy fight. Late starts is another.
Nobody else says. I mean, we only briefly mentioned the Ghost Dad. I'm surprised that no more people didn't say that was their favorite part. It was for mine.
I feel like it's one of those things that I feel like, because even for me, it feels like its own thing. It's like we did a 2-episode series, called Ghost Dad. Although the funniest thing is that I was looking at both of those recently, and it's like the reveal on Ghost Dad, we made as part of a Problem Solvers episode. Like, it's just like the first 10 minutes of an episode, and then we pivoted into Problem Solvers, which good for us, man, that we were able to turn that ship.
Yeah, dude, that was insane. All right, what do we got?
By the way, breaking news, Crumdum just posted.
Oh, dude! All right, save it for third act, because we got controversy when it comes to the movie draft. That's coming up in the third act. That's called a tease, people.
All right, how about this one? 15 doesn't have a link to it, but compliment bombs. I really started getting into NSFW because I was amazed you guys corralled the internet into doing that. More nice things on the internet. And I feel like there's definitely a family of compliment bombs and the Care Bear stares and everything, where we just direct everybody to just be absurd or not poopy to people on the internet. And that has been an element that has continued with Night Attack, but we definitely should get back into it.
Well, and understand that the landscape has changed a little bit, because it's more difficult for us to get the word out on those kinds of things, because more people require registrations and all this stuff, So it makes it harder for us to randomly go up. And
I'll say this. If you randomly find about the internet when you're looking at various different newspaper sites that there is a non-authenticated comment section, holler at your boys. Go ahead, hit us up at Night Attack Show.
Hang on, real quick. I Am the Smark on Twitter has just alerted me to a very important element regarding the belt bet. He says, game theory. Once you're the belt holder, you should swear 1,000 times more often to try to get other people to slip.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, right. You got nothing to lose.
Let me just say, this motherfucker knows what he's talking about. For the record.
Okay. They're double belt. You're double belted.
All I gotta say is that I was setting up Josie's alarm for tomorrow, and Abe's Labes came up as an option. I was like, "Arr!"
You're about to hear some SOS.
Perfect alarm.
All right. Is that it on the retrospective? What else we got?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, man, we had a bunch of great stuff. FU, Am I Right, showed up as well. Everything, personal stories. We have underage hostess hirings. That apparently is one of the favorite things that people really liked about the show, which is something we did in the pre-show. And, of course, the Love the Diamond Time segment among...
Oh, yeah, by the way, that's another Justin Robert Young original. That was you bringing it to the show when we had a chance to rejigger everything. Justin from Ground Floor was like, hey, man, I want a special time just to shout out the projects and people who make Diamond Club and Night Attack possible. And I'm so glad that we did that. In fact, you want to segue smoothly into a little bit of Diamond Time right now?
Sure. Do we have friends? Because we don't have ads?
No, not from our old friends.
Well, how about this? Real quick before we get into Diamond Time, or maybe this will start Diamond Time. The Contender, the game of presidential debate. Thank you, everybody who has already supported it. It has gone really, really well. We're going to Iowa. More on that next week. But the biggest complaint we've had about this game is that as a Kickstarter exclusive, speaking of the belt, in fact, I might just take the belt back. Just to prove to you how filthy these cards are. We had an expansion called the Politically Incorrect expansion. Again, it was only for Kickstarters, but we have decided that for 1 week only, we are going to sell it again. So people who have got this game, our early adopters, or the people who are making this thing a success beyond Kickstarter, can make their decks whole. So go to thecontender.us right now. Go to store. Politically incorrect. The politically incorrect expansion is right there. It's $10. If you buy it right now on this show, use code DIAMOND. That is the one bracket, other bracket. That's it. Two things. Bracket, bracket. It's what's on my hat right now. If you're listening live, then
less than, greater than. That's all you have to do.
Less than, greater than. That's it. If you do that with the discount code, you will get 10 cents off. But more importantly, I will sign one of the cards. I will sign one of the filthy cards. And man, this one is these are great. We have I'm King Shit, which was cut down from I'm King Shit of Fuck Mountain.
Wait, hold on. So what was the original quote? The original quote
was John F. Kennedy. Sure, it's a big job, but I don't know anyone who can do it better than I can.
Yeah, no, I'd say. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. One more time that quote, Justin.
I'm King Shit. All right, well, here, I'll tell you what, considering we've been doing the belt stuff, we have the Richard Nixon quote, "Fuck you, motherfucker. It's just not funny after a while," referring to the word fuck.
Wait.
Oh, my goodness.
He says that?
That was an actual quote. And the card text that we have is fuck me, fuck you, fuck blank. So you can add in one of the 5 topic cards that you get as part of the expansion, including adultery, abortion, prostitution, genocide, and my favorite, the elusive, the exclusive, your child card, which means that you can have this. I'll make it. This is Orrin Hatch, Republican from Utah. Orrin Hatch. He said the real quote is, "I'd pass a flag amendment that would protect our flag from people urinating on it, defecating on it, tearing it, and burning it with contempt." Our text, of course, is, "I'll make it illegal to shit on your child."
Well done.
Might I propose an 8 = D promo code where you draw a dick pic on Tricky Dick's card?
I will draw 8 = D if you go right now to thecontender.us, use greater than, less than, the Diamond Club logo. Right there, again, you get 10% off. And
10 cents off.
I will sign all the cards. I will not. There's no way to keep track of them. We sold so many of these since we put them on sale Monday that I won't be able to track them by the time that you bought it, especially because everybody's listening on podcasts. We want to give them a chance to get in on this. So you got to use the offer code DIAMOND. Buy it now, thecontender.us. Use the offer code DIAMOND. I will draw 8 = D on your Nixon card. I will sign another card. And they're all going to go out this weekend. So please do it right now.
Man, y'all's nasty with that shouting and cheering and cursing and what. Y'all's nasty.
I know.
Hey, man, shall we take a look at the movie draft minutes?
Oh, I thought we were going to do Diamond Time.
Oh, wait, I thought that was Diamond Time. I take it back. Let's go into Diamond Time.
No, yeah, let's do diamondclub.reddit.com is where you can get your project shouted out right here on Diamond Time.
Hey, man, top 3 posts right now. By the way, it's not hard to get in the top 3. If you got a project you want the whole world to know about it, just head on over to diamondclub.reddit.com. Go to the sticky post at the top, submit your Diamond Time report, and ask 4 people to vote you up, and you will get your word out, just like Slayer Boy, who says, "Hey, a Diamond Club. Some of you may see me from time to time when I lurk in chat realm. Once in a while, when not at work, I have a form of facial paralysis called Mobius syndrome. Every year on January 24th, this Sunday, Mobius Syndrome Awareness Day is to spread the word about Mobius syndrome and other similar forms of facial paralysis. The goal is for people to wear purple to spread the word about this rare disability. And I think it's curious that he puts disability in quotes, and to hopefully support more research into causes and treatments. There are only around 5,000 people worldwide affected by this possibly genetic disorder, but rates are estimated at between 2 to 20 out of 1 million children born with it. There may be more, but due to the rarity of the disorder, accurate statistics still don't exist. I was only diagnosed with it in the mid-90s when I was in my teens, despite having it from birth. More info can be found here, mobiussyndrome.org. That's mobiussyndrome.org. Dude, so what does Mobius syndrome look like? Can we get a little bit of information out right now about it?
Well, you can certainly go to bit.ly/too-hard-to-spell, which is what Matthew PDX put in case you cannot spell Mobius syndrome.
So it looks like you remember just a few weeks ago we were talking about the fact that I had Bell's palsy before, a mild case, and seemed to have it again. Whereas Bell's palsy appears to hit like one half of the face asymmetrically, this looks like a similar situation, only in the middle. It looks like the lower lip is left having a difficult time meeting the upper lip. Would you say that's a good way to put it?
Yeah, no. I mean, especially, to describe it for a non-visual audience. I mean, listen, go ahead and look it up. It certainly is a cause that is important to talk about, because when more people know about it, then it's less of an awkward situation for people that have it to explain it constantly, and you can just kind of move on with it. I mean, we are such pattern-recognizing creatures that a disease like this is so insidious because our brains are so reactive to facial patterns that this throws it off, and yet just knowing about it can make the world a totally different place. So go ahead and educate yourself.
Well, we've already seen that with I mean, think about it. In our lifetime, autism really ended up on our on our radar.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
sorry. Come on. That was not intentional.
If you were to describe one curse word about how you feel right now, what would you say?
Lucky that I don't have the belt. No. I think this is one of the best parts about the world of the internet, where it's like there's no stigma to telling the truth about what you seem to be and who you are. And the more that we have words to express these things, the less strange and foreign they seem, and the more human people are who are dealing with these challenges are.
That's one of my thoughts as a parent. It was like, I just want a book that just gives you like kind of an easy to read rundown of everything. So I can just be like, oh, okay, there's that. And then I know. And then like I can answer it in a what to tell your child kind of way to make it nice.
Yeah,
You know?
Absolutely.
Tinvec writes, are you a denizen of Chat Realm? A clubber of diamonds? Well, then come on out for ZeerCon, a totally unofficial, not really a con, but a meetup for Diamond Club. The plan is to simply have an extended meetup in Las Vegas. No panels, no crazy schedules, just drinks and friends. This will also be the finals for Clash of the Diamonds, a Diamond Club Hearthstone tournament that I'm cooking up. Now, here's the really important part. To help plan things out, we need anyone who plans to attend to fill out this survey. bit.ly/ZIRCONSWAG, ZeerCon swag. See you in Vegas, Diamond. Important links and info. The meetup dates are the evenings of June 10th and 11th, 2016. The location is Macmillan's Irish Pub, Las Vegas, and the nearest hotel is the Orleans.
Oh my gosh. This is when you know you've made it. It's when you christen a fantastic group of self-organizing professionals and people from all walks of life, and that through your own inability to organize a true Diamond Con, they eventually get annoyed and say, screw you, we're going to make a ZeerCon. And we're gonna take care of this, whether you have anything to do with it or not, asshole. I didn't hear any music. That's good. No.
Wait, is that there?
No,
Hold on.
no.
No ass is commonly said by Justin. Damn you, Justin.
Yeah.
But the whole clause? No whole clause?
I mean, there's the whole clause.
God damn it.
Does he have a white beard?
All right.
Sorry.
Hey man, other Todd says, do you like watching Night Attack live on all the things? Todd from Alpha Geek Media here, posting to make sure all fans of Diamond Club all Diamond Club shows are aware of the different ways that they can tune in live during the show. The Night Attack simulcast broadcast from YouTube Live, Twitch.tv, and TuneIn.com. This means that it's available on dang near every internet-capable device on the planet, from the crappiest mobile phone to the sexiest big screen smart TV. Check out http://tunein.alphageekmedia.com for the ever-growing list of supported devices. Never miss a single live show again. And by the way, if you're somebody who listens just by audio, just for once, just for grins, why don't you try watching us on your TV? I bet you have a really good time.
The Wii U.
The Chromecast,
The
PS3,
Vita.
the Vita on your Sonos? Come on, man. This is amazing.
You guys.
Oh, wow. On the Sonos?
Yeah.
On the Sonos?
On the
On
Sonos.
the Sonos.
Man, I'm going to get on that. I'll tell you what, it's the 100th episode. Let's go ahead a little deeper into this Diamond time. Hey, Diamond Club, I put this together because I thought I would use the media I enjoy as a template for my American Ninja Warrior submission video.
What?
After few reviews weren't very positive as far as proving what the producers want, I decided to do my own application video in a more traditional interview style. Casting has asked that the final submissions not be publicized prior to the show. Since this one wasn't used, I can publish it. Can you catch all the call-outs prior to the credits?
Oh, hells yeah. Play the hell out of this. Go, Bryce, go.
Welcome to the Daily Tech Ninja Show. I'm Scott Morrison. And today, under surveillance, is the Kinetic Ninja. Kinetic Ninja, are you ready for the questions? I was born ready. First question, why Kinetic Ninja?
Lucy says kinetic energy is energy in motion or energy doing work. One of those physical laws. I'm the Kinetic Ninja because I am the perfect embodiment of energy in motion and energy doing work. And I use those two scientific principles to overcome every obstacle.
By the way, if you're watching the video, dude,
Welcome to the
you're
Ninja
seeing some
Show
good
Quiz
ninja
Show.
skills.
First question, what biologically is a Kinetic Ninja? The Kinetic Ninja is a 47-year-old Homo sapien that is really acrobatic and really strong. Good answer. Next question.
Dude,
Where
this
would you
guy
find a
is
Kinetic Ninja?
insane, and I really
The
hope he's
natural
on.
environment of Kinetic Ninja is at the gym that he and his wife opened in Joppa, Maryland.
Okay.
Where he teaches kids physical
He's competing
fitness
against
and
himself
healthy
in a fake
lifestyles.
game show right now.
Hello, beautiful peoples. Kinetic Ninja.
God damn it!
As a teacher of kids physical fitness, I have to use social engineering on the bars and on the trampoline. As a super fan of sciences, I think it's important that you get smarter every day, investigate weird things, and become a king of random facts. As a matter of fact, if you find something quite interesting, remember, it's all in your head.
Why is a Kinetic Ninja better? Let's look at how some ninjas might cross Cannonball Alley to see. A new ninja may be cautious and move from one cannonball to another. This wastes valuable time and energy. An aggressive ninja may jump to the second cannonball and swing to the fourth, but they will still need to advance to the fifth to dismount, and this is risky. But the Kinetic Ninja will use scientific principles to move quickly and safely. The Kinetic Ninja uses momentum by swinging from the first to the third, and then to the fifth, while never risking his hold on the cannonball.
Hey there, I'm also a bit of an engineer, and the latest big build I have is the Salmon Tower. Let me show you its features.
Of course, it has the salmon ladder with adjustable rungs in 6-inch increments.
You've got to see
And
these
it has a
visuals.
ring toss section.
Wow, this dude's like doing Ninja Warrior.
Tiny and slippery.
American Ninja Warrior has an invisible ladder. I want an invisible ladder. Let's build it! Ah!
Is that attacking the system set?
I don't know.
Ah, so I've built my own invisible ladder now. It goes together so well.
Oh, dude, he dropped the Diamond Club!
I can go up. I can go up. I can go up, 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 up. A really good ninja only needs to become 99% invisible.
No, man, dude,
Thanks for
he's
watching.
calling
My
out
name
all
is
the
Scott Morrison,
podcasts.
and I am
Yeah,
the
no,
Kinetic
it's
Ninja.
every single
I could
thing.
be the next American Ninja Warrior champion. So this is the house I grew up in, and this is kind of how I spent my childhood.
Oh my God, that's so great.
He climbed that house like it was nothing.
Oh my God, this is my favorite guy on the planet. Bonnie, can I marry him instead, please, please, please? Just grant me,
Only
just
if
sign
he
the paper.
can birth 3 of your children.
That'd be
More.
complicated.
More, yeah.
Did you see what he did? I wouldn't put it out of his reign.
You think?
Here's what's amazing. Whenever you feel Brian or Tom or myself, whenever you have one of those like, I don't know, man, age and old, getting old and everything, I'm just gonna watch that video. Like, that dude's 47, and like he's gonna win American Ninja Warrior.
What?
I mean, I'm gonna watch.
47?
Yeah, no, he said that. He said he was 47. So I'm gonna watch it until I'm 47, and then I'm gonna be all like, "Let's find a video of a dude who's 53."
Come on,
Come
I'm
on,
gonna watch
somebody
that
out
until
there
next year.
is amazing in 53, right? All right, shall we jump into?
Hey, real quick. We'll move this past pretty quick. John Teasdale, my partner on the Contender, also does a scavenger hunt in San Francisco. It's Innuendo Jones and the Champion of Djibouti. You can buy a T-shirt for it, but more specifically, go look up Saturday Night Action Club. If you're in the Bay Area, it is free when this happens. It is Snack 19. I believe it is in 3 weeks. So go ahead and check that out. It's going to be super, super, super fun, and he does a great job with it. Also, I want to use this platform to say that we brainstormed on the name for Innuendo Jones for about 2 hours. My suggestion was either the Serpent in Djibouti or the Banal Missionary.
Okay, and by the way, full disclosure, you and I talked about this, and I suggested the Plunder of Djibouti would be the best.
Of Djibouti. I feel like if you're gonna go with a Djibouti, Plunder of Djibouti is the best. Although I really do like the Banal Missionary.
Banal Missionary is pretty good, but I do like the Plunder of Djibouti.
Gentlemen, I hate to say this, but I have to go.
I guess you won't be around to listen to how you're gonna lose at the Movie Draft Minute.
Wow, I'm just so disappointed.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Tom. Daily Tech News Show, Cord Killers. He's the best man on the planet.
Dude, I really did have to move some stuff around because Veronica and I had to record late because of her schedule, but I did not want to miss this. Congratulations. Here's to 1,000 freaking more episodes of Night Attack. You guys are the best.
Heck yes.
Thank
Thank you very
Tom,
much.
and I will see you Thursday.
Awesome. We love you, buddy.
Love you too. Bye.
Movie Draft Minute.
Movie Draft Minute presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of January 18th, 2016. I'm your host, Berto Villegas. Happy 100th episode, Brian and Jury. Here's to 100 more. Now it's time to go check the totals, so let's go check the scoreboard. Justin Robert Young's in 6th place with $261.3 million. Chrissy Gates is in 5th place with $309.8 million. Brian Ibbs in 4th place with $337.3 million. Milongo AE is in 3rd place with $416.6 million. Brian Brush is in 2nd place with $644.2 million. And in 1st place with $695.6 million. It's Tom Merritt. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of January 18th, 2016.
All right, let's talk this out because
Let's get into a little bit of
controversy. So here's the thing. If you haven't been paying attention, Star Wars is making a lot of money. The question is it making more money than Tom Merritt's slate? And according to Movie Draft Mike, he, the author of the Crumdom, the chat realm's ridiculously
I'll tell you what,
Movie Draft update memo.
Let's actually just let me read the preamble here, and he does actually a scripted back and forth between you and Tom.
Okay, all right,
and the other contestants.
Take it
and
away.
The other contestants. So here, all right. So I'll read the.
Again, just to finish my thought, for those of you who don't know, Movie Draft Mike writes the Crumdom update where he talks and makes projections. It was projected that I would lose by a mere $5 million to Tom Merritt, but the scandal. Well, I guess take it away, Justin.
So here we go. Maybe not so much rocked by scandal as gratefully accommodating a schedule hiccup. Either way, it was noted recently that the final film of the season, The Fifth Wave, had its release date bumped back a week from January 15th to January 22nd. The question was posed, does this mean that the season end date also had to be pushed back a week to give Chloe Grace Moretz, remember Kick-Ass, and her alien invasion epic 4 full weeks of earning potential, even though that would also mean giving every other movie, including Star Wars Force Awakens, after really working hard for a month, has gotten tired and decided to take a little nap, an extra week of box office cash. Responding to this potentially championship-altering scenario, Brian Brushwood said, and the tension rises, while current leader Tom Merritt said, I'm fine with that. A stunning display of civility and sportsmanship, which is to say, a stunning disappointment. We here at the Crumb Dum have played in our share of fantasy leagues, and this calm roll with the punches reaction is simply not how fantasy leagues work. This, in a dramatic fantasy reinterpretation, is how fantasy leagues work. Looks like...
All right, Bryce, you want to take everyone? Justin, if you'll be Tom, I'll be me, and Bryce, if you'll be everyone else. Yeah.
Okay.
Brian, God says we may need to extend the season for a week for the fifth wave.
Yeah, take that, Merritt. The movie gods are on my side.
What? That's a load of freaking horse poop. A load of freaking superstitious horse poop, if you ask me.
Suspicious? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, just as soon it looks like I might have you not win. Ew! Look, we need an extra week to catch up.
Right, like I control when the goddamn movies get released.
No, but maybe you hid the information until it was too late for me to find a replacement movie.
Oh, okay. And just how did I manage that?
Gee, you're right. It would take someone tricky to pull that off. Mr. Scam School!
Oh, this is classic. Somebody else gets a little luck, and now it's a big conspiracy against you. Like you haven't been lucky. You and your freaking daddy's home making $130 million freaking dollars, 30% Rotten Tomatoes movie earning. Or now that I think of it, maybe it didn't.
Now you're delusional. Of course it did. Just look at the numbers.
Well, maybe the numbers were manipulated. Maybe it's all a farce. What if somebody accessed a database somewhere? What do you think, Mr. Technology?
Cheating asshole.
Cheating prick.
Malongo
drop back fists.
Malongo steps in. All I know is I want 4 full weeks from the fifth wave.
Ha!
Like it matters.
Hey, you bastards are talking to the defending champion. Christy Cates walks in. One of the defending champions, asshat.
Hey, listen, before you ladies start slapping each other, if I'd known there was going to be an extra week of Star Wars, I would have been the one to bid $75 or 75% for it.
Me too. That screwed up all my projections. You couldn't have bid 75% because I would have beat you to it.
Justin walks in. I feel pretty good about Steve Jobs, but you're still all poop heads.
Chloe Grace Moretz walks in. Guys, you should all go see the fifth wave.
Oh.
Hey, are you
gonna do another kick-ass?
Chloe Grace Moretz walks away.
You know what? Screw it. I don't need this S word.
Yeah, you guys suck. I'm done with this league. Me too. This bites.
Well, maybe you should just disband the league. Maybe you should.
Fine. It's over.
Good.
Email thread, March 27th, 2016, from Brian Brushwood, Justin R. Young, to everyone else, Movie Draft. Summer Movie Draft starts next week. Who's playing?
See you there. Sign me up. Can't wait. Already researching.
That is how you do a fantasy league. All right, look, all I'm going to say is like...
wait, hold on. Wait, did you... The end... In other news, we don't think the extra week matters. Tom still wins.
No way. No way. It definitely matters. I hope.
I don't know. My dad is going to watch it live.
Right along?
To see Daddy's home?
No, he's going to watch Star Wars live.
See?
I mean, if my dad is motivated
Star Wars
to get off
live?
his
Is it the live production?
He means in the theater.
Well, in a theater.
Yeah.
Like to see it in, the
I thought it was like on ice or something.
Oh, my God. Never.
So at this point, all I have to do, I think we worked it out, and it's like Star Wars has to do more than $2 million more than Daddy's Home every day for the next 28 days, right? If that happens, then I win, which I don't know that that's the most outrageous thing on the planet. It's still, by the way, you realize, Justin, I'm in the perfect position here. One of two things happens. Either I win or I lose, and I get to rub it in your face how right I am that Star Wars did not invalidate the Winter Movie Draft.
Yeah. Although, really, my quarrel is with Tom.
Why?
Because Tom was the one who wanted to do the percentage thing, right? Or was that you?
I didn't have a dog in the fight. I just fostered options, and we ended up with two options.
Yeah, that's what I remembered. So, yeah, no. My issue was more with Tom because I wanted to just split it because I thought it would be a more equitable kind of thing. Because otherwise, Tom would have ran away with this. Tom actually had an amazing draft. Like, almost like he had 3 or 4 movies that like really overperformed. Not the least of which was Daddy's Home, which just like crushed, right? Because you were thinking that this was a romp if it became the highest grossing movie of all time, right?
I mean, which it did, and well, in the domestic category, and that's the funny part, is that's the category that matters. Like, worldwide, it hasn't done that hot, and certainly adjusted for inflation, it hasn't done that hot. But domestically, it's the biggest movie in America's history, and yet, I still don't know that it's big enough, fast enough for me to win. I think there's a good chance I might lose.
Well, according to the Crumdom, you are going to lose. Effectively,
I don't believe no Crumdums. I believe in one God. His name's Justin Robert Young. I don't believe in Crumdom. He don't exist.
Well, if that's true, then say the F word right now. Your God commands it.
I'll say it. The F word. Oh! Was there some other word you wanted me to say?
All right. Well, there we go. That's the movie draft minute. Brian, 100 episodes in the bank.
Yo, buddy, man. It's been a hell of an adventure. I feel like we learned a lot. I feel like we learned that you and I shouldn't break down and talk crap at each other and bring personal crap onto the show in the middle of it.
Episode 4, too, right? That was like so early.
It was like 20 minutes into the Night Attack experience.
It was like our first live show. We were so excited. We blew up, and then no one will ever forget it. But now, hopefully, listen, the belt's back. We got another 100 episodes and another 100 after that. We're certainly have no plans on stopping this train. Thank you guys so much for spending your Tuesdays with us or whenever you listen to us on podcasts.
By the way, stick around in the after show, available to Patreons early. You'll get to listen as Justin Robert Young donates 10 real U.S. American dollars to the Rand Paul campaign, coming up in only seconds.
All right. We'll make sure that I have money to do it by going to thecontender.us and using offer code DIAMOND so I can sign your card. See you later. See you next Tuesday.
Die in a fire, people.
Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.